You shouldn't tease older women. Still, even as a joke, that makes me happy. Thanks.
A bartender at this no-name bar dating that beautiful doctor? Don't get cocky.
I never get cocky. I just couldn't turn down such a kind offer.
Evil will never be forgiven. When the town's in trouble, I'll protect it. Everyone's hero, the one and only Seigi Man.
Thanks again today, Seigi Man. Come save us again soon.
The hero anime playing on the TV set up at the edge of the counter was reaching its ending.
Woo! Seigi Man was so cool today, too. Take this! My ultimate move, Seigi Man Punch!
Koishikawa Nina mimics the anime and starts attacking me. Whoa, you got me! Wait, can you finish cleaning? We're almost opening. I'm Muto Hongo. I'm 32, and I run a small bar tucked away in an old building. I don't spend much on interior design. Instead, I focus on offering rare high-end liquor at the lowest possible prices.
Don't worry. In addition to my daily cleaning duties, I've completed this weekly filter cleaning, the monthly exhaust fan, and even swept the road in front of the buildings next door.
She's Koishikawa Nina, 28. Honestly, she's too competent to be just a bar staff member. You already finished all that? Then go ahead and relax until we open. It's been about a month since we opened, but we've only got one regular customer so far. Welcome!
No one again, huh? Still a dead place, as always.
As expected, our first customer today is your one and only regular, Mr. Alan Kasuga. He's got a sharp tongue. It seems like he can't relax unless he's making snide remarks. But today, he came with a rare guest, a woman.
I told her it's not a bad place, just still unknown and usually empty. That piqued her interest. Shirayama Izuki. She's the director of Shirayama Clinic, known for kidney dialysis treatment.
Nice to meet you. I'm Hongo, the owner and bartender. Thank you for visiting.
What a lovely bar. The drink selection looks solid too. I'm sure it'll catch on in no time.
After that, Izuki started coming often even without Alan.
I think if you spent more on promotion, the place would definitely get more customers. You're an odd one.
That's fine. Izuki's promoting the place for us already.
I just stop by now and then because I like it. I'm not promoting anything.
Just having someone like you sitting here already boosts the bar's image. Izuki widened her eyes in surprise, then let out a soft chuckle.
You shouldn't tease older women. Still, even as a joke, that makes me happy. Thanks.
Then Izuki lowered her voice so Nina at the back of the counter wouldn't hear.
Hey, Muto. Want to go out for dinner sometime?
Huh? Really? I'd be honored. I'd love to. So we exchanged numbers and made dinner plans. Some might think a guy like me has no business dating such a beauty. At least one person thought that. Somehow, he found out and stormed into the bar the next day.
A bartender at this no-name bar dating that beautiful doctor? Don't get cocky.
I never get cocky. I just couldn't turn down such a kind offer.
Don't sneak in and brag about being invited. And it's all moving way too fast. You have no idea how much I struggled just to get a chance to see her alone.
Whether it's jealousy or just lashing out, Alan's verbal assaults continued night after night.
When's the last time I sat on a park bench at night talking like this?
The day of her dinner date, Izuki treated me to a fancy sushi restaurant she recommended. But since we couldn't really talk at the counter with other guests around, we headed to the park afterward. Sorry if this feels kind of lame.
Not at all. This actually feels kind of nostalgic.
Maybe because no one else was around, Izuki became more talkative than usual.
What kind of image do you have of female doctors, Muto?
I've never really known any, so I mostly think of what I've seen in dramas.
Like, I never fail types? No doctor is that cool in real life. Trust me. TV shows and movies only show a tiny slice of what female doctors really deal with. In reality, it's way more intense. Seriously mysterious and messy. Totally the opposite of glamorous.
Izuki says the worst thing is the gender discrimination. She says it all starts with how hard it is for women to pass med school entrance exams.
They assume women won't be able to balance being a doctor with pregnancy or childcare. So women have a harder time getting into med school, and even if they become doctors, it's hard to move up. That's the reality. I've been fighting these old customs for a while, but there's only so much one person can do.
That's awful. Honestly, someone should make a drama about that instead. Izuki looked up, so I followed her gaze. The night sky after the rainy season was unusually clear, the stars shining even brighter than usual.
Even though I lived those hard days, just being able to drop by your bar and have a drink and a light chat helps me unwind. Just having a place like that makes me happy. Thank you.
She often gets hit on by male customers, but not everyone fawns over her for being a beautiful doctor. Her struggles as a female doctor were more intense than I ever imagined, and it changed how I saw her. A few weeks after that date, maybe because Izuki's been busy, she hasn't been stopping by the bar much lately.
As always, I've got no other customers. Nina, how about pouring me a drink for once?
This isn't a hostess club. I won't be pouring drinks.
Geez, stingy much? It's not like it costs you anything. You've got nothing better to do.
It's not about cost. It's just... never mind.
Hey, you were about to say that's why even the hot doc won't give you the time of day, weren't you?
Can you blame me? You're like walking harassment.
What did he say? If I stop coming, there'll be no one here. You okay with that?
Totally fine. In fact, I'd be relieved.
You little... Hey, owner, what kind of staff training is this? Wait, don't tell me you're busy testing the pretty doctor. Damn it.
So yeah, on slow days like this, Alan's solo rants are the usual background noise. Just then, the TV at the end of the counter started broadcasting the news.
This morning, a man arrested for assault on the JR Chuo line escaped custody and was fatally struck by an oncoming train.
According to the report, he stepped in after a woman was harassed and used force to detain the perpetrator. He was arrested on the spot for assault, but fled in protest and was killed by the train. To make matters worse, the man who committed the sexual harassment is reportedly still at large.
Hey, what the hell is that? The police really need to rethink their priorities.
What is justice anyway? Why does a brave man have to suffer like this? Incidents like this will scare off anyone who'd want to help a woman in trouble.
Right? What do you think, owner?
Alan asked me, but I was too irritated to even think of a reply. I can't handle these senseless accidents or unfair incidents.
You've got a lot on your mind, huh? But come on, don't make that face in front of customers, owner.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry about that. I must have looked really pissed. Nina looked at me with concern.
Nina-chan, I'm telling you this for your own good. Don't pick a guy like the owner.
I never even thought about that.
As Nina blushed and flailed in denial, I pretended not to notice. A month had passed with no major progress between me and Izuki.
Bet she's got trauma from some ex. Guess you're not the guy for her after all.
Maybe she doesn't trust me at all.
What the? Now you're getting all gloomy? Man, you're no fun to mess with.
Izuki kept inviting me to dinner, but she stayed guarded no matter how many times we met. Then, the next day...
Long time no see, Muto-kun. Sorry, I've been busy with work. And I felt like I wouldn't get to talk to you much since your bar's been getting more popular lately. So, how about it? I want to spend more time alone with you and get to know you better.
Apparently, Alan told her I'd been looking down lately, so she came to check in on me. Soon after, Izuki and I officially started dating, and then... The place is huge, and the furniture's so fancy, I feel kind of out of place.
Come on, don't say that. It's just that since I have no hobbies, I splurge on my home instead.
A few months into dating, she invited me over. The sheer luxury of her apartment made me imagine, whether I wanted to or not, just how much Izuki earns. Right, sorry. Okay then, shall we have some wine? I brought your favorite chateau.
Chateau? I'm so happy, thank you, Muto.
Izuki started getting tipsy right after sipping the wine I brought. Maybe it was because she felt safe at home, but she let loose like never before. After ranting about the medical world, she passed out right there. She probably never had anyone to talk to, and kept everything bottled up for years. That kind of life must have been exhausting. Let me set you free. I gently placed a blanket over Izuki, sleeping on the couch. 3 months later, Alan and I attended a certain party. It was the 5th anniversary of Hakusan Clinic, where Izuki is the director.
I get why her boyfriend's invited, but me too? Must really want that video, huh?
Alan runs a video production company. Izuki must have wanted a proper professional video. Bet it turned out great, huh?
Yeah, got paid real nice too.
After speeches from the big names in the medical world, the party reached its peak.
Now, let's look back at the history of Hakusan Clinic with this wonderful video presentation.
As the MC cued it, the lights dimmed and a video started playing on the big screen. The room started buzzing. The video title was from the massively popular channel, Fix Wrong TV.
Huh? Wait, what's going on?
Fix Wrong TV is a well-known expose channel with over 1 million subscribers. Even though it aired suddenly, everyone in the room knew it, and applause broke out.
Tonight, let's start with an interview from the whistleblower.
My mother suffered from kidney disease and long-term dialysis. She dreamed of a transplant, but no donor ever came. Then one day, the director of Hakusan Clinic said she could get the surgery overseas. It was a huge sum, but Mom wanted so badly to stop dialysis, so we signed the contract. Wait, what is this? Stop the video!
Izuki's screams were drowned out by the audio.
She adopted a mysterious foreign woman overseas, and Mom got the kidney transplant. But her condition quickly worsened, and she passed away. If we'd known the risks, we'd have said no, but...
The woman blamed Izuki for pushing the surgery without explaining the dangers, and for taking their money.
No, you've got it wrong. I was just trying to help.
More and more whistleblowers appeared on screen. All of them were families of patients who died after illegal kidney transplants. After the interviews, the video revealed Izuki's lavish lifestyle funded by the trafficking operation.
What? Even inside my apartment? How did they film that?
What do you think, folks? Taking advantage of desperate transplant seekers. And fattening her wallet through organ trafficking. Hakusan Clinic's director, Izuki Hakusan. I cannot forgive her.
The video ended and the lights came up. Izuki sat pale and drenched in sweat.
Well, why did this happen at such a big event? Where's Alan?
Despite being barely able to stand, Izuki searched for Alan, the video's creator. Then guests, doctors and pharmaceutical reps started surrounding her.
You were involved in organ trafficking behind her backs? That's disgraceful for a doctor and a person.
That video's already online. Not just at this venue. We are cutting ties with you immediately. No way!
As Izuki sobbed and screamed, Alan kept the camera rolling. When she noticed, she snapped.
Wait. Did you make that video? You're the one behind the broadcast.
Finally caught on. Fix Wrong TV is my channel. I got close to you for this from the start. You were so damn cautious, it took a lot of effort. But the views will skyrocket now. Thanks.
Stop it! You've done enough! Turn off the camera!
It's this kind of work, so I always keep the camera rolling to protect myself. Nothing personal.
Then Izuki saw me and rushed to my feet, trying to hide from the camera.
Please, Muto! Help me! That video is full of lies! People have the wrong idea. You understand, don't you?
You'll believe me, right? She pleaded. I let out a quiet sigh. I can't believe you were part of something criminal. I really trusted you, Izuki. This is a shock.
Wait, please! It's all a misunderstanding, believe me, Muto!
I shook her off, pushed her back toward the camera, and walked away. Alan's video caused an explosive reaction, and the police launched an investigation immediately after the party. Before long, Izuki was arrested for violating the organ transplant law and unauthorized brokering.
I was just trying to save lives! What did I do wrong?
Ignoring her own crimes, Izuki snapped and tried to drag Alan down with her.
There's no way he gathered that footage legally. He always goes to a certain bar. Catch him there and investigate.
They figured they might as well hear him out since she was so insistent, so they came to check out my bar.
Looks abandoned. Pretty run down too. Doesn't look like it's been open in a long time. Guess she tricked us after all.
The place was already deserted. No sign of Alan, me, or Nina. Not a trace.
What's this?
A USB labeled Hokusan Clinic organ trafficking left on the counter. One of the officers spotted it and quickly checked the contents.
What are you planning to do now, Miyuto?
I was trying to leave quietly on my own, but Nina caught up to me at the airport. How do you find me?
I'm a detective too. I've been your assistant for years. I know how you operate.
That's right. The bar owner was just my cover. Only Nina and clients know I'm really a detective. Nina too works as a detective, just like me. She's in the same shadow trade. You've really grown up, haven't you?
Alan's worried too. He thinks maybe he gave you something too heavy this time.
Alan was just a snarky regular on the surface. In reality, he wasn't a villain, just my foul-mouthed client. It's fine, the world's full of evil lurking in the dark, more than anyone can take down. Make sure he doesn't let his sense of justice get him killed. Whether you see him as a villain or not depends on your point of view. I try to end the conversation, but Nina's eyes are welling up. I can't put her in danger any further. Stay out of my life.
I can't. I'm worried about you. Because I love you.
I shake my head silently. I believe that's what's best for her. Forget everything. You'll be okay. I say that and take a deep breath, then turn my back on Nina and walk toward the departure gate.
I can't forget. I swear I'll come and save you someday.
Do the right thing and you're praised. Do wrong and you're scolded. That's what everyone's taught as kids, and what we believe as adults. But crime never disappears. Every day it's just bad news.
Evil will never be forgiven. I'll protect the town from danger. I'm everyone's hero, Seigi-man.
If only Seigi-man could leap out of the anime and into our world, maybe things will get a little better. So you really haven't learned anything. 1 year after Izuki's arrest, I stormed into Izuki's new office in some Asian country, where she was again helping with organ trafficking.
Huh? Muto? Is that really you? Why are you here? You waited for me to get out, didn't you?
She hides her documents behind her back and smiles. The max sentence for trafficking is just 1 year. Japan's laws really are too soft on criminals. Even though she got a second chance, she re-offended. I won't forgive that.
No way. You won't forgive me.
I was never just a bartender. Alan asked me to investigate, so I got close to you as a detective. Some even call me the enforcer. I break the law if that's what it takes to judge scum like you. This is the side of me that even Nina and Alan don't know. Only I and the targets I've taken down know who I really am. That's why I pushed Nina away.
Wait, Muto, please listen. I swear I'll stop this time, so please.
Maybe I've let some twisted idea of justice consume me. Still, my fight won't end. Someone has to do this. Izuki falls from the chair and freezes in place, trembling, unable to move.
No! Wait!
Huh. Don't you dare get close to her. You, from some piddly little company? We're the elite from the top company. Know your place.
I'm Kanomi Jimbo from Edito Publishing. It's a pleasure to work with you all.
Konomi? What are you doing at our company? If you turn your favorite hobby into a job, you'll end up hating what you used to love. That's why you should purposefully choose a job you dislike and just endure it for 8 hours. You'll be happier if you spend plenty of time on your favorite hobby after that. Some streamer who's good at winning arguments was passionately saying that. But I couldn't help but think he was wrong.
Hey, Tatsuru, working overtime this late again?
Huh? President Ogawa? Whoa, I didn't realize it was so late.
I appreciate your dedication, but your health comes first. Go home now.
I'm Tatsuru Kanda. I'm 28 and work at Love Koi Publishing, a small company with less than 10 employees, including the president. You're one to talk, President Ogawa. You're working late too.
It's fine for me. I started this company to do what I love.
I love this job too. It was my dream to be involved with books, so I don't mind the overtime at all.
Thank you. I'm counting on you. But even if you don't mind, as your employer, I have a responsibility.
Right, I understand. Well, I'll be heading home for today. See you tomorrow. I've loved books since I was a kid and always wanted to work for a publisher, but the publishing world is a tough one to get into. Even the major companies only hire about 20 new graduates, and they're still all about prestigious universities, filled with grads from T University and K University. With my university degree, getting into a major publisher was completely out of the question, Master.
That was common in my day, but it's surprising some companies are still so focused on university prestige. But because of that, you're fulfilled now, right?
Exactly. We don't have enough people to divide the labor, so I get to do everything from start to finish. It's the best. I have a bar I often stop by after work, and on this day, I was making small talk with the master as usual.
Welcome.
Good evening. Oh, Tatsuru, you're here too?
The person who walked in was Konomi Jinbo. I don't know where she works or much about her personal life, but she's a regular I talk to whenever we meet at the bar. Good evening, Konomi. You're quite late today.
I know. You won't believe it. Oh, but first, Master, I'll have my usual dry gin.
From what I heard, Konomi's company seems to be very old-fashioned, with outdated customs still rampant. That sounds tough. So, what about overtime?
Everyone clocks out and then keeps working. It's become an unspoken rule, which is kind of scary. Oh, I'm so jealous of you, Tatsuru. You always look so happy when you talk about your work.
Sometime after that, one night, while I was drinking at the usual bar, a new customer came in.
Welcome.
Just one, is that okay? Konomi Jinbo recommended this place to me.
I see. Thank you for coming. Please, have a seat right here.
A friend of Konomi's? The master showed him to his seat, took his order, and served the man a highball. But maybe it was just my imagination. The master seemed a bit sluggish. He also looked like he was struggling to make conversation. Maybe it's because it's usually just regulars and new customers are rare. Thinking I'd help out, I decided to wait for the right moment and strike up a conversation with him. Nice to meet you. You know Konomi, right? I'm a friend of hers from this bar.
Konomi is my junior at work. You've heard of Erito Publishing, of course.
He quickly handed me his business card. Erito Publishing is the biggest in the industry. His name, full of confidence, was Ko Joshoshi. Konomi works for a major publisher? I know it well. It was my first choice when I was job hunting as a student, but I was rejected right after the first round of interviews.
I see you have quite a past. Are you in the same industry by chance, Tatsuru?
Yes, I work at Love Koi Publishing.
Huh? Never heard of a publisher like that.
I guess not. We only have 10 employees and haven't published any famous books yet. When I said that, Kojo Shoshi scoffed at me as if to mock me. Huh, don't you dare get close to her. You, from some piddly little company? We're the elite from the top company. Know your place. We only talk when we happen to meet at this bar. After that, Kojo Shoshi's bragging about his top-tier company went on and on. If he were drunk, it would be one thing, but if he's always like this, he must have problems with people. I hate to say it, but his behavior gave me a glimpse of the old-fashioned corporate culture and customs that Konomi was worried about. The master had a skeptical look on his face the whole time and didn't join the conversation much. Master, do you think Konomi hates me now? That day, I found myself whining to the master. It had been over 2 months since I last saw Konomi.
Could you not sigh so heavily? You're bringing my mood down too.
But I haven't seen her at all since the day she told me about her problems at work. Even though we're just regulars who know each other from the bar, I can't help but worry when I don't see her for this long. Maybe, did Kojo Shoshi tell Konomi about me at work? Why didn't I get her contact information beforehand? I never expected this to happen.
Gah! A man who can't think ahead will never be popular with the ladies, no matter the era.
Ugh. By the way, has that obnoxious guy, Konomi Sr., been here since?
That was the last I saw of him. I doubt he'll come back, but even if you run into him, you'd better not count on him for anything.
Of course not. It would just add fuel to the fire, and as a man, I don't want to do that. The next time I see her, I'll talk more in depth about work. Just as I was thinking that, the unbelievable happened.
Everyone, there's someone I'd like you to meet. She's our new colleague, a newcomer from a major competitor.
A few days later, seeing the woman who had just changed jobs, my eyes went wide.
I'm Konomi Jimbo from Erito Publishing. It's a pleasure to work with you all.
Konomi? What are you doing at our company?
It's been a while. You always looked so happy when you talked about your job, Tatsuru, so I've been interested for a long time.
Well, even so, coming from Erito Publishing to our company is... I mean, no offense to you, President Ogawa.
I know, I was surprised at first too, but when I heard during the interview that you knew Tatsuru, I was immediately relieved. The name recognition and stability of a major company must be hard to give up, but it showed me you're someone who values fulfillment more. You basically recruited her to her company without even realizing it, Tatsuru. So now you have a big responsibility. Naturally, I'll need you to be her mentor.
Of course. Thank you, President Ogawa. Let's do our best, Konomi.
Yes, let's. I'm looking forward to it.
And just like that, a miracle occurred. The relationship that was just two regulars at a bar a few months ago turned into us being colleagues. In any case, I was relieved to see that Konomi was as cheerful and energetic as ever. Seeing her like this, I guess she didn't hate me after all. Thank goodness. Ironically, during the 2 months I couldn't see her at the bar, I realized keenly that I had special feelings for Konomi. I don't remember telling Konomi where I worked, so she must have heard it from Kojo Shoshi. That said, Konomi wasn't the type of person to look down on me like Kojo Shoshi did.
Tatsuru, I've come up with a few book proposals. Could you take a look?
On her very first day, Konomi brought in already well-developed proposals. Wow, these are all likely to be big hits. Do you have any authors in mind?
Yes. Using my connections from college and my time at Erito Publishing, I can select the perfect author for each proposal from a wide range of candidates.
This proposal skill and your extensive network? You're amazing, Konomi. What about the format?
The format? What's a format?
Her question made my jaw drop, but I quickly added an explanation. The book format, like A5, Shinsho, Bunko, it means the size of the book.
Oh, a different department always figured out the best solution for that, so I don't really know much about it.
Huh? Oh, right. Major companies have a clear division of labor, so what about selecting the paper for the book?
Sorry, I've never done that. Everything related to cost calculation was handled by another department.
What about page design or proofreading? Or maybe visiting bookstores and holding publication events?
Yes, of course. That was a different department or outsourced.
So what exactly can you do besides planning, Konomi?
Checking! I can perfectly check everything that comes in from other departments or contractors. I've also already created a checklist to assess your suitability as my mentor, which I'll be submitting to the president later.
Ugh, please, go easy on me. So, Konomi was a specialist as an editor, and her proposals kept getting approved one after another. This brings our concurrent projects this month to 5. Are you okay with that?
This is nothing. In fact, I'm enjoying the challenge.
Because she came from a major company with a division of labor, there were many things she couldn't do, but it didn't take her long to learn the ropes. And so, Konomi quickly became a key employee at Love Koi Publishing.
Welcome.
Master, it's been a while. I brought a special guest today. The night Konomi's first book was published, I invited her to our usual bar.
Long time no see.
She'd only been away for a little while, but for some reason, Konomi seemed unusually awkward.
It's been a while. Glad to see you're doing well.
Actually, Konomi transferred to my company. Today, we're celebrating the release of her first book, so I suggested we come to the bar where we first met. We all toasted with Konomi's favorite gin, including the master. As we drank, Konomi seemed to relax and started talking about the differences between her old job and her new one.
Editorial publishing has a long history, so everyone's very rigid. They never approve any new proposals. They'd get angry and tell me that all I needed to do was follow the successful publications of the past, and that a rookie shouldn't do anything unnecessary.
I had a feeling, but it really is that kind of corporate culture, isn't it?
I mentioned before how we'd clocked out during overtime, but compliance is just for show. There's a harassment counseling office, but no one uses it because of a rumor that going there will affect your performance review. It was during that time that I kept seeing you, Tatsuru, looking so happy, and it made me want to change jobs.
So she had decided to change jobs and was too busy with the handover process to come to the bar. Didn't you have anyone at the company you could talk to, like Kojo Shoshi, the one who supposedly recommended this place? I just happened to run into him here, but you must have been on good enough terms for him to recommend his favorite bar, right?
Huh? How do you know about him?
What? I met him here the other day. Did he not tell you about me at work? For just a moment, I thought I saw a shadow pass over Konomi's cheerful face. I got off work on time. Maybe I'll grab a bite to eat somewhere before heading home. As I was thinking that and leaving the building, a man who seemed to be waiting for me suddenly spoke.
Yo, remember me?
The one picking a fight was Kojo Shoshi from Erito Publishing. I hadn't seen him since that day at the bar, but after being ridiculed so much on our first meeting, there's no way I could forget him. You're Kojo Shoshi, the guy I met at the bar a few months ago, right? What's up? So even someone from a third-rate publisher can remember a face, but it's no use if you've forgotten the most important thing. The most important thing? What's that? I told you back then not to make a move on Konomi, didn't I? And yet, she ended up transferring to a piddly little publisher like this. You must have tricked her and pulled some strings behind the scenes, didn't you? Of course I didn't do that. I didn't even know her contact information until she transferred. What? If you didn't trick her, there's no way someone would move from the biggest company to a place like this. Konomi's words, seeing how happy Tatsuro always was, made me want to change jobs. That feeling, that reason for changing jobs, I'm sure it wasn't a lie. It might be third rate in terms of size, but there are a lot of things you can only experience at a small company. What's wrong with someone wanting to find fulfillment and transferring to a company like that? Someone who failed our company's entrance exam has no right to talk so big. Say what you want about me, but our company is definitely going to grow from here on out. And I won't let you insult her for taking action with such great determination and courage. I retorted strongly, thinking I might have dampened Kojo Shoshi's spirit, but he quickly recovered. Konomi! In the direction he was looking was Konomi, who had just left work. Noticing us, she came over.
Why are you here, Ko?
You came at the right time. This guy is full of lies. I can't even talk to him. Konomi, you're being deceived. Anyone can see a transfer like this is crazy. Snap out of it. Konomi let out a small sigh and glared at him sharply.
Give me a break. You're the last person I want to hear anything from about my job change. Part of the reason I left Erito Publishing was to get away from the restrictive environment bound by old customs, but a major reason was also the stress and annoyance of you constantly hitting on me, Ko.
Huh?
You went to the bar that Tatsuro and I go to, lying that I recommended it, didn't you? I never told you about that place. What's going on?
Well, that's,
Weren't you secretly stalking me and looking into what I was doing after I left the company?
No way! I wouldn't! Kojo Shoshi became flustered. Seeing his obvious reaction, probably hit the mark.
You peeked into the bar and saw me talking happily with Tatsuru, and you flew into a jealous rage. You were so desperate to feel superior to Tatsuru that you pretended I had recommended the place and went in another day. Am I wrong?
Kojo Shoshi stayed silent, frantically shaking his head, but neither Konomi nor I were convinced by that.
I'm now working happily in the best possible environment at Love Koi Publishing. Not everyone in the world chooses a job based solely on public recognition or good benefits. Someone as vain as you, Ko, you'll probably never understand. That company harassment counseling office doesn't even work properly, and I knew that no matter who I complained to, I'd just be ignored. That's why I didn't report it to the company. But if you're going to show up here too, I'll have to consider going to the police.
Breaking out in a cold sweat and turning pale, Kojo Shoshi seemed to have lost all will to argue back.
My, what's all this commotion?
Just then, President Ogawa came out of the office. In front of the company, Konomi was tearfully pleading with a strange man. It was only natural for her to be suspicious.
President Ogawa, good evening. I'm sorry for causing a scene.
Konomi, could this man be the one?
Yes, he is.
You knew about this, President Ogawa?
When she was hired, Konomi told me just in case something like this happened. She said there was a senior colleague who was stalking her and might show up here out of spite. I never thought he'd actually come.
I see. Perhaps he didn't like the contemptuous look I gave him, as he once again spat out aggressive words. Damn it, a bunch of nobodies from a piddly publisher, ganging up on me from Erito Publishing? Hearing Kojo Shoshi's outburst, President Ogawa's expression turned cold, as she calmly retorted.
You really have a foul mouth. I'll have to lodge a formal complaint with the upper management at Erito Publishing.
Huh? A complaint from a nobody like Love Koi Publishing will never reach our top brass. This is why people who don't know their place are such a pain. At this comment from Kojo Shoshi, both Konomi and I could only hang our heads in disbelief, because...
I see. Well, the president of your company is my younger brother, but you're saying it still won't reach his ears? If you want, I can call my brother right now and have him come over.
Gah! I hear that her brother has always been afraid of his older sister and can't stand up to her, so you'd better be prepared. No way! Is that even possible? Kojo Shoshi hurriedly bowed his head, but President Ogawa ignored him and reported everything over the phone. Shortly after, Kojo Shoshi was summoned by the company's upper management. As for your power harassment incidents within the company, we could overlook them as an internal matter. However, stalking a former female employee is unacceptable. Do you understand? What? So the treatment changes depending on whether the person is an insider or an outsider? Trying to save face on only the outside is a sloppy response typical of old companies. In the end, Kojo Shoshi was ordered to be transferred to the book storage in the basement, commonly known as the ouster room. Konomi's long-standing problem was finally resolved, but there was one thing that still bothered me. How did Konomi find out where I worked? I never once told Konomi my place of employment. I thought maybe Kojo Shoshi had told her, but Konomi didn't even know that he and I had met. And yet, Konomi had transferred to my company. If my hypothesis was correct, then that person must be...
Welcome.
Master, you really had me fooled, but I've figured out your true identity.
Now, what are you talking about?
The fact that Konomi knew where I worked, and the fact that you stopped coming here completely after Kojo Shoshi showed up. The way you acted strangely when Kojo Shoshi was here. From all that, you are... Konomi's father, aren't you?
Gah! Ha ha! So you figured it out. Hey, Konomi, it's no use hiding.
Konomi came out from behind the counter.
See? I told you he'd figure it out because you're so sharp, Tatsuru. I'm sorry for not telling you until now. I figured if I was going to drink anyway, I might as well support my dad's bar, and then I just lost the timing to tell you.
Thank goodness. Even the master told me that a man who can't think ahead isn't attractive. But you must have been surprised when Kojo Shoshi suddenly showed up here, right?
Konomi had told me about her senior colleague stalking her, but I never imagined he'd show up himself, lying about being recommended. Back then, they were still at the same company, so I couldn't do anything too drastic. You joining the conversation really helped.
I knew it. You were acting a little strange, Master.
The other day, he staggered in here with a vacant look in his eyes, so this time I yelled, "Don't you ever come near my daughter again," and kicked him out.
Konomi gets angry at her boisterously laughing father, telling him not to be so reckless. Seeing the two of them like this, I knew I wouldn't get another chance. Master, may I have your permission to date... No, to date Konomi?
What? Hey, Tatsuru, you're getting ahead of yourself.
Gah! Ha ha! So, a man who can think ahead tries to win me over first, eh? I like your style. You have my approval. Besides, if I didn't like you, I wouldn't have recommended you transfer to his company in the first place.
Hey, don't leave me out of this.
In every industry, there are big corporations, small and medium-sized businesses, and tiny companies, and all of them are respectable jobs. There's no such thing as a superior or inferior job. Everyone has different values they look for in their work, and it's perfectly fine to turn what you love into a job. Konomi, I look forward to our future together.
Yes, me too.
What's wrong with making a living out of what you love? Thanks to that, I was able to meet my irreplaceable partner. I want to prove it with my own life, so that one day I can even challenge that